Hello students, welcome back to our English class. So, in my past two videos, you have got to know what is the story Old Man at the Bridge about. Now you need to understand, student, one of the main themes of the story is the pointlessness of war. The Spanish Civil War forms the background to the story. Over here, the author maintains certain anonymity about the location of the story. The story is set in a war zone on a pontoon bridge. As you can see, pontoon means a floating bridge. A floating bridge. Now, this pontoon bridge across the Ebro River during the Spanish Civil War on an Easter Sunday. This place is 12 kilometers away from the town of San Carlos in Spain, as described by the old man in the story. So you can understand, students, the scene takes place in a typical war zone with the movement of vehicles and civilians fleeing across the pontoon bridge to protect themselves from the impending attack by the enemy troops. Right. So, over here, students, there is a reference to the mule-drawn carts and the soldiers helping the people with their carts, struggling to get across the pontoon bridge and up the steep bank on the other side of the river. Now, the mule-drawn cart staggered up the steep bank from the bridge with soldiers helping push against the spokes of the wheels. There is dust all around with the trucks of the army moving away from the place. The peasants had to move with difficulty in the ankle-deep dust. The main purpose of Hemingway is describing the frantic efforts with the immobility of the old man. Over here, through this story, actually, Ernest Hemingway has tried to convey that war causes death and destruction. And this is highlighted through the condition of the old man, who can be seen as the symbol of civilian victims of war. The old man gives meaning to his life by taking care of his animals, but the war takes away everything from him. He now sits alone by the side of the road. He is as helpless as his goats. He cannot escape because he is too old, too tired to save himself. Forced to flee his town, the old man, forced to flee from his town, this old man now sits near the Ebro River. He surrenders to his fate and he awaits his impending death without any complaint. Right, students? So, once the soldier, that is our narrator of the story, explores the region to observe the advancing of the enemy, he sees this old man and asks him trivially, "Where do you come from?" At the beginning, he seems little interested in the old man. Then he starts to feel pity and compassion for him. The two men engaged in a conversation about the animals that the old man has left behind. The old man tells him that there are 2 goats, a cat and 4 pairs of pigeons. The old man is neither concerned about the cat nor about the pigeons. So, the old man, what he is worried about? He is worried for the goats. Similarly, the soldier worries for the old man. See, students? The soldier becomes a friend in need for the old man, with whom the lonely man shared some of his worries. Perhaps it is the old man's first contact and conversation with another person since a long time. And he is happy that someone is interested in him. The soldier tells the old man to reach the other end of the bridge and advises him to flee as soon as possible, but he urges the man, but the old man didn't. He tried to walk, but he failed. The soldier feels sorry for him. And here the story ends with the old man's concern for the goats and the soldier's concern for the man. Right, students?